Hello everybody, happy Monday. What do you want to focus on today? Well, I'm at PSSA's. Today's Monday, so it's our reading day or lesson day. You'll focus on lesson 3.2, study 1, 2, and 3. And I have the slides that you should focus on. Slides 1, 2, 5, and 7. For study 2, slides 1 and 4. For study 3, slides 3, 4, and 6. And let me just show you quickly where you can find those slides in the course. So our objectives today in topic 3.2 is focusing on getting a job. We're looking at the labor market, the effects of the labor market, the effects of unions, globalization, immigration, and how the level of wages become set. So in study 1, please focus on slides 1, 2, 5, and 7. You definitely want to know the definition of a commodity, something useful that can be bought and sold, and how that is related to the labor market. A wage in the labor market, we know what that is, right? Going on slide 4, slide 2, I skipped a slide there. Slide 2, how can the labor market be analyzed? We know it can be analyzed through the law of supply and demand. We've learned about the law of supply and demand many times last week, so if you have any questions, please rewatch the recordings from last week on the law of supply and demand. And please make sure you're reading these paragraphs. Going forward, you want to look at slide 5, freedom in the labor market. And what you want to know is that the law of supply and demand would tell us everything we need to know to figure out how wages work. But that's not always true in the labor market. Okay? And it's because the flexibility of finding a new job isn't always there. Okay? It's not always easy for workers to change jobs any way they want. Often they have other responsibilities that they have to take care of. So it's not necessarily a free labor market because they have other responsibilities, maybe location, family, their education. So make sure you know the problems with the limits of flexibility in the workforce. Lastly, in this study, you want to look at slide 7, which we talk about immigration, the effects of immigration. And you definitely want to read these last paragraphs on this page, explaining how immigration can change the wage to lower wages for the laborers. Now, study 2 talks about globalization. There's only 2 slides that you want to focus on. Of course, you want to read all the slides. But the 2 slides that you really want to focus on are slides 1, which discusses, again, how jobs now are more competitive because of globalization. Not only do you have to compete with people in your area, but now people all over the world. That is one of the effects of globalization. And then slide 4, please make sure you know these 3 vocabulary words: tariff, quota system, and subsidy. Finally, we're getting to study 3. Study 3, you're going to focus on slides 3, 4, and 6. Study 3 talks about labor unions. In study 3, please make sure you know what collective bargaining is, individual bargaining power, and how that can, again, affect the labor market. Slide 4, again, what happens when collective bargaining does not work? What can happen? A strike, a slowdown, they might bring in strike breakers, there could even be a lockout. And finally, you definitely want to focus on slide 6 and how the unions have lobbied the government that are favorable for members of the union or workers in general. So make sure that you have focused on this slide. So that is your task for today, to make sure you get this reading completed. Tomorrow there'll be more reading, and then of course you have the schedule for the rest of the week. If you have any questions, please K-mail me. I will be checking my K-mail throughout the evening when I get home from PSSAs. And I hope everyone has a great day.